I am back with a new video, and I'm very excited about this video because I am doing a short review of my 2024 planning setup, and then I will go ahead and show you what I've decided for 2025. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and get started. So last year for 2024, just like everybody else that I've seen on the internet, I am using a traveler's journal passport as my everyday carry or slash wallet. I really like this because I am somebody who takes notes when I'm out and about, just like things that I have to do, or if I'm like listening to some sort of podcast, I'll go ahead and write notes in this. And looking on the inside, I have like just like a really basic like gold medallion. And this is like I believe this is camel. So it's got like the suede. It's started to patina a little bit. And on the inside, I have this, it's like a paper wallet that you can find on Etsy or on Amazon. It's basically says like traveler's notebook. The world is a book, but people who do not travel read only one page. And I think that's pretty cute, but it's really, it's a cheap alternative to maybe like the Galen leather wallet inserts. On the back side, it has like some some pockets. They can put cards, and it has like the coin pouch that I use for coins just when I'm paying cash. So it's a really good like pocket for me. And then I have just a notebook that has like my podcast notes, like while I'm like doing the treadmill. I'm on the treadmill when I'm at the gym. That's what like I tend to like open this and like write a few notes while I'm walking or running or whatever. The next is actually like a paper wallet that I made. I can't necessarily, actually let me go ahead and take the cards out really quick. So on the inside, this is actually Japanese wrapping paper, I think, or maybe you can call it like Japanese craft paper. Basically what I did was I made like two pieces of like craft paper. I made them double-sided, and then I used page fasteners to put them together, basically because like the elastic, if you can see, there's just no way to like put it inside. I have like additional card holders here that I use for like my credit cards, and then there's just like this giant pocket where I put receipts, I put cash, and nothing tends to fall out because I have additional page fasteners here that you know, basically works as a stopper, and so far I haven't had any problems with it. And that's just like one sort of like, I guess you could say that's like the insert that I'm using. I tried to look online for something like this, and I didn't find anything, so that's why I decided to make something for myself. I really do want to get like the Galen leather insert, but I'm just like, I kind of don't want to spend $50 on it, because like this was $50 and then I have to get another insert inside that's another $50. But for now, I just really like this, and I really like that, you know, that I can make different versions of this with different like paper and stuff like that. And then the back is the same thing. It's the notes book as well. I usually put my daily to-do list here. As you can see, this is a new notebook. That's because I am almost done with a previous notebook that I have. I can't really show you what's inside, but it's basically like, well, I can show you this one. So like, it's basically a to-do list. It tends to be a little bit more intense than this. It's usually like very intense. And this is something that would go inside here, and it would be like my daily to-do list. So to make sure that like I'm hitting my goals. I have set this up for 2025, so that's why like the majority of this is new. For notebook inserts in general, I actually make my own. I make my own because I have a lot of scrap paper from old notebooks, and so just recycling that and just like putting like some staples is like super easy. And another thing is that I actually don't archive these. If I'm writing podcast notes, I actually have a different notebook for like learning and stuff like that. So that's where these notes go. And I basically like rewrite the notes and like curate them, for lack of a better term. And then this just goes in the garbage. But that is my passport for 2024. It's the same system, even though I set it up for 2025. I like when I first purchased this, I kind of was like, how should I say, not very convinced of the hype. But then after I started using it, like it's honestly has been like a really good companion for me. I use it all the time. It goes with me everywhere. And it's really just like a really nice product to carry. The next thing I have is like this pen loop as well, that I did not mention, but it's like a basic leather pen loop that you can get anywhere. The next I have for 2024 is the 2024 N1H Compact Full Year Common Planner by Sterling Ink. This is a really nice product. When I purchased this, I was really worried that this was something that I wasn't going to like, to be honest. When I was looking to get a planner for 2024, I'm usually somebody who just uses one planner. Quite frankly, I did have a 9-to-5 job that took a majority of my time. And that 9-to-5 job, I usually had like a digital planner or a digital calendar that kept track of everything. So I didn't need an intense planner. I just needed something to write like a few reminders, maybe a few appointments, a few things that I needed to get done, etc. So let me go ahead and give you an overview of this. I really like the faux leather. I really like the color, the green color. I love the build quality, but the reason why I'm not repurchasing this for 2025 is because I have no interest in navigating her website. I don't care about like this N1H, like, you know, these like new nomenclatures, I guess you could say. It just makes things a little bit of a headache. It's quite frankly too many options, and I don't see why I have to pay more attention, more research for something that I can find elsewhere that's similar. I think if you're somebody who's using like the travel journal as your planner, then this is a really great option. That's what I wanted to do for 2024, but for some reason, like when I was using this, I just never like gravitated towards it. And I realized a few things. So what was really special about 2024 is that I was laid off. Yep, I know. I lost my job. So my life, you know, I'm very, very thankful for everything, but my life changed very quickly. And this planner no longer worked for me, basically. But I still stuck with it because, you know, I was like, you know what, I want to give it a shot. So let's go ahead and just open it up real quick. You know, you're greeted with the cover page that's got like the title of what it is. You know, this is the overview. I just basically highlighted when the weeks were done. I didn't have any special system. I think one of the most upsetting things in retrospect is that I didn't plan my planner. I didn't realize that that was a concept because I used a lot of pre-printed planners. So like planners from Amazon, or I've used like the Erin Condrian planner before. They have like the pre-printed setup that I don't have to really think about. But for these more open-ended, these more open-ended pages, I didn't set up the weeks and stuff like that. So in retrospect, that's something that I really want to do. I really do like this goal breakdown page. I think it's really good to like figure out the categories and what areas you want to change in your life, and like the frequency you want to change it. So I really do like this page, and I'm going to recycle this in my 2025 setup. The tracker, again, did not plan correctly. I did use it as a period tracker, which I really like, but I'm going to revamp that. And like after some experimentation, I started to really figure things out. Again, I wasn't consistent this year, and that's because, you know, for me, this year was like a very experimentation slash hectic year, I guess you could say. But what's really nice is like I started to really find out what different layouts I like, what kind of different ephemera that I like, and it's, you know, it's starting to make its way. Basically, I really love Japanese washi tape. As you can see, like I have Japanese paper and Japanese washi tape. I had a few ideas, I guess you could say, for the monthly. Again, things are not set up as nicely as I should have set them up. But like there's some things that like I really want to do again. Like I like using the dots to, to mark out the days that passed. I think that's a really good technique that I learned, or a good like way that I want to like recycle in the future. I really do like washi tape. I think I'm going to purchase more washi tape for 2025. I do have a lot of Japanese washi tape that I keep on like these pieces of plastic, and I just keep like a styled version. And I do want to do this again to keep this on hand with me on my desk, because I do have like a small drawer where I keep these things and stuff like that. So I'm gonna revamp that. I did do like a mood tracker. As you can see, I did not keep up with it, but I'm starting to really like find like what I like. I really do like the minimalistic. I like the stickers. I like the small stickers. I love small stickers. They're so cute. I'm gonna do that again. And you know, I'm starting to like figure out my groove. Like I think if you're somebody who wants like a minimalistic setup, small stickers are so the way to go. Like they're just like, there was a pen show on Saturday that I went to, and I just have like the small stickers, I'm telling you, are the way to go. And then again, like I redeveloped my mood tracker, random notes. I'm starting, like I know that I should have planned things better. And that's because, you know, I'm learning. You know, I wouldn't say I'm new to the planner community. I've been using planners like for the past 10 years, but I haven't really developed myself. Like every year I would use a new planner, but I wouldn't sit down and reflect on why a planner did or did not work for me. And that's what I want to change for 2025. Nonetheless, you know, we're in November when I'm filming this, so that's why there's nothing here. And this is January of 2025. But I know that like I know a few things. I know a few things now. This is actually the first week of 2024. What I would use this page for was like as a reflection page. And then this was like my to-do list every single day. I didn't have anything fancy. I didn't have things that I was tracking and stuff like that. But in retrospect, I think like I'm gonna keep trying to like figure out setups and everything, and really, you know, track and like develop my life better. Another problem that I really have a hard time with is like smudging. I do use a fountain pen. But I have like this is a Hong Dian Forest series. It's basically a black metal barrel fountain pen in extra fine. But because I've used this so often, it is no longer an extra fine. It's more like a medium now, just because I've just used this like crazy. I actually use this for drafting and for writing, and so it's just been broken down like crazy, and I am working on building a collection of decent pens so that like so I have options besides just this. And but I really love this pen. I like use this quite frankly to oblivion. It does feel like a fine. It's definitely not an extra fine. I don't think so. But for me, this is too thick. As you can see, I just smudged. So I've been looking on the internet. A lot of people use blotting paper, so maybe I just have to have some sort of like sheet of blotting paper every time I write or something, and I just stick it down. I will eventually figure it out, I know, but that was like a big problem when I was using this. As you can see, it's I have stickers, washi tape. It's a little bit of a mess, but I really did enjoy this planner. I think that the one problem that I had with this is that I actually don't plan weekly. I plan daily, and that's what I've decided to like transition to for 2025. Do I recommend this planner? I think it's a very nice planner. I do. I think that it is really, 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 really nice. I think that the paper quality is great. I think the build quality is great. I think the pricing is a little bit more on the expensive side. It's like a light cream, and it's a really, 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 really nice planner. Will I ever be purchasing this again? No, I won't be purchasing this again. Quite frankly, I just don't have use for weekly, and I just think that her website is a little bit, I wouldn't say difficult to navigate, but I just don't want to like deal with trying to find out information. Like her listings don't have a clear representation of what the product is, where I can go to a different website, find a cheaper product, and quite frankly, know exactly what I'm getting. So this I will not be repurchasing. The next I have is actually just a Moleskin Cashier notebook. I really like this particular notebook style. It's so thin that I can put a lot of these on my bookshelf. And it packs a decent amount of paper, to be honest. Like I really do finish these notebooks and it gives me a sense of accomplishment. But nonetheless, with my everyday to-do list and my weekly planner, this was my brain dump notebook. It's basically my journal, but I put everything in it. And I think that was a mistake. I think I need to like, what it had like productivity, like work plans, and it also had like reflections and journaling, and I put them both in the same sort of like, I wouldn't say category, but that's what happened. So like this is like my 2024 goals and how they looked like, and then if I go a few sheets in, I have like random notes, and then a few more sheets in, and I have like weird diagrams and stuff like that. And I think for me that was a big mistake. Now a lot of people complain about the Moleskin in regards to like using fountain pens on it. I don't care. And if you can see here, like you can see the bleed through the Moleskin sheet, and I just never cared. For some reason, it just never affected me. I think that, you know, I write quite quickly, so it's never like too much ink. And because I'm also using like an extra fine, even though I don't believe it's an extra fine anymore, I never really it was never too serious, basically. But this was like basically my, I wouldn't call it a junk journal, but it's basically like a brain dump, exactly as I have it named. And like for like places, I have like beautiful washi tape, and I really wanted to develop this. I wanted like a way to make this a little bit more organized. I know it's supposed to be a brain dump notebook, but it's literally like literature vomit. It's just me writing and writing and writing and not really like, you know, categorizing and like organizing, so that when I do look through this information, you know, I can make it a little bit more useful for me. But nonetheless, I really, really love this notebook. You see how like I have plans and stuff like that. It's very neat, it's very organized. And I really do love this Moleskin. I really do enjoy like the Moleskin products. And I know people like, oh, I use sucks with fountain pens. I don't really care. It's always been like very nice, very neat for me, and it's worked out pretty well. But I don't know if I'm gonna do another brain dump notebook for next year though. But I do have extra Moleskins if I do want to do this again. But I just need to be a little bit more organized with it. But this technically was my 2024 system. And I really loved it. I really like it. I think that there's a lot of good things in here that I just need to bleed onto next year. So I'm going to make another video for the 2025 system. Stay tuned.